This is a War Date cocktail.
And we're gonna see if we can make it a little bit better this week.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm Matt and I'm a whiskey nerd.
I'm Rose and I'm a whiskey noob.
And like we said, today we're going to see if we can make a War Date cocktail and then see if we can make it better.
Ooh, okay. I have no idea what this cocktail is, but I'm looking forward to figuring that one out.
Yeah, this is actually going to be the first time I'm trying it out as well. It's an interesting recipe, kind of simple. It's like a twist on a whiskey sour. It uses rye whiskey and grenadine for the sugar. And instead of having just one type of citrus, it splits it between lemon and lime juice. So it's going to add a little bit kind of roundness because rye whiskey is a bit spicy, grenadine, it's a bit tart.
Okay.
So you're not just going to be going all in with the lemon juice.
Yeah.
It's not going to be too bitter. The orange juice should round it out.
Okay, let's give it a go, sure.
Okay, so let's get making it. So it's a shake and drink. So we're going to get our shaker tin and then we're going to get a nice rock of ice. We're going to pop that in there. Alright, next we're going to go in with 2 ounces of our rye whiskey. This is Sazerac rye. I think it's a good rye for cocktails. It has a nice bit of flavour, a bit of spice, some kind of herbal, menthol, kind of eucalyptus notes. Is that a...
I agree.
Yeah. It's kind of sweet as well, so it should go pretty well.
Seems like there might be a good amount of complexity in this with all like the different flavors are supposed to like balance each out and complement each other and stuff.
Yeah, so it's 2 ounces there.
That's so red.
It's very red. This will be a red cocktail. So we're going to go in then with just half an ounce of grenadine.
Is there alcohol in grenadine?
No, it's just a pomegranate liqueur, so it's quite sweet, a little bit tart, and it's just very red.
It was pomegranate.
Really?
I thought it was like strawberry or something.
Yeah. So in there with half an ounce of that, and then we're going to go in with about 20 ml each of our orange and of our lemon juice. Just to add a nice bit of complexity,
He
bit of
squeezed
roundness.
these himself.
Oh yeah, always use freshly squeezed juices if you can.
Yeah.
And then we're going to shake this up for about 10 to 20 seconds. Make sure we get a nice bit of chill on it. Okay, that's nicely chilled. See that layer of condensate?
Yeah.
So we're just going to bang this off. And then we're going to strain it out into a coupe glass.
Well, first of all, I'm glad you shook that because I am horrible at that. My hands get cold and everything, so he has to shake every cocktail that gets made in this house.
Look how red
That's
that is.
beautiful.
Really nice looking.
It looks like a nice summer drink.
And then for a garnish, just simple, 2 little spears of cherry on top.
I love it.
It's nice, isn't it?
Well, it looks nice. Does it taste nice?
That's the most important part. So that's a good question, Rose. How does it taste?
Let's find out.
Yeah.
Do I taste it and bite a cherry at the
If you
same
want, yeah.
time? I love these cherries. Well, they mysteriously go missing in the house.
Yeah, I have to buy a lot of these cherries because Rose has snacks on them.
It's a bit sour.
A bit sour?
But you said it was supposed to be a take on a whiskey sour.
Kind of, yeah, a little twist on a whiskey sour.
But see, when I look at it, I think, ooh, tropic summer. And then when I think of tropic summer, I don't think of sour necessarily.
Yeah.
I'd almost have to eat the cherries to pair out sour. I'm also not a huge fan of sour-like drinks.
Yeah, it does. Definitely the spiciness of the rye. The sweetness of the grenadine is there. I don't think I'd use more of the grenadine. The orange and lemon is pretty nicely balanced. Like orange juice can dominate a cocktail if you use too much of it. It can just basically, all you taste is orange juice.
Also, it depends what kind of orange juice you use, because some orange juice is more tart than other and some is more sweet.
Exactly. So what would you do?
Sugar syrup!
A touch of sugar syrup?
Sugar syrup!
That's our answer to most cocktails.
Add sugar!
Add sugar, add sweetness.
I have a sweet tooth.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I'll make this again.
Okay.
And we'll have a dash of sugar syrup in it.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so I've just made another War Date, except this time I added about 10 ml of sugar syrup.
Okay.
Because grenadine was quite sweet and the whiskey is all quite sweet. It was just a bit too tart.
Yeah, just a smidgen.
A little bit of
See,
sugar
he gives you exact measurements. I say things like a smidgen.
Yeah. So, what do you think of this?
Let's see here. Oh, that's way better.
Yeah?
So,
Okay.
slightly sweeter, but you still have a little bit of tartness in there. Like, I don't know, not necessarily like a grapefruit or something, but I feel like it's a little bit more balanced, at least for me.
Yeah. It also feels a little bit thicker, like just kind of denser, more easy to drink.
Oh, it's yummy, because there's still tartness in there. Too much tartness for me. Smidgen is a unit of measurement, and that amount has gone in here.
Yeah.
Right?
Like that is just a bit too bitter. Now actually, most recipes for the war date don't have sugar syrup in it. Some will, they'll say add a little dash.
Okay.
I think those ones, unless you have a very sweet grenadine maybe, or unless you're using very sweet like orange juices,
Yeah.
the sugar syrup definitely rounds it out, makes it easier to drink. It's less bitter, it's just kind of more fun to drink.
Yeah. Also, like when you see cocktail recipes, you don't necessarily need to follow it to the letter. Like there are a couple things like a woo woo. I make slightly different than like one of my friends who loves woo woos, and she makes it different than me. So like you just kind of use it as your base, and then you can tinker around with it a little bit.
Yeah. Especially when you're dealing with like simple cocktails where you don't have too many ingredients. Like you might have a grenadine that's sweeter, but also you might have a whiskey that's sweeter or spicier, because most of this cocktail is whiskey. Like about half of it is whiskey. So if you have a completely different type of whiskey, you're gonna get a different drink. So I think absolutely play around with your drink recipes till you find the formula that works for you.
But definitely try out some of these whiskey-based ones, because you can get the people in your life to have more whiskey then.
Exactly. So I think that's where I'm going to leave this recipe for this week.
But if you want to see more videos of me fixing some of these cocktails, please leave a comment down below.
Yeah, because we've got a couple of cocktails that I made that you definitely did not enjoy.
No.
So if you want to see other cocktails and you maybe tried one that you liked, maybe not as much as you think you could have liked, let us know down below. We'll remake that video. I put out new cocktail recipes every Friday and new whiskey reviews every Wednesday. So I think I'm going to keep on enjoying this one. And
that's mine, along with the cherries.
I'll enjoy this one, and I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Sláinte.
But if you want to see more cocktails, I'm nervous.
Okay, you're going to see more with me.
Shut up, let's go.